Kwe, Delawazini, Jennifer Alicia. Hi, my name is Jennifer Alicia, and I am a poet. I'm queer and mixed, Mi'kmaq and settler, originally from Ktaqmkuk, also known as Newfoundland, but I have been living in Toronto now for a few years. I have been writing poetry since I can remember. The first poem that I have is from when my pop passed away when I was 10 years old, and that's kind of like the first evidence of me ever writing poetry. I didn't start performing or doing spoken word, however, till later on, until I was about 20 and a student at Ryerson University, which is about 12 years ago now. And I did that for a few years, and then I took a break, a long break, and now I am back. So I am on the Toronto Poetry Slam team for the second year in a row. Last year was my first experience at NPS, or the National Poetry Slam, in Denver, Colorado, and also my first experience at CFSW, which was held in Peterborough, in which TPS won. I went to NPS last year with very limited knowledge. It was basically pretty much what I saw on YouTube, and more specifically the button poetry videos, of course. I was super nervous because I just didn't know what to expect, but the experience was very beautiful and eye-opening. It was definitely next level for sure. And what I mean by that is that some of the team pieces, like some of the things that they did with the choreography were so intricate. They were doing things that I didn't even realize you could do with your body, and with the microphones and with the microphone stands. Some of them were actually like scenes from plays. There was also a lot of similar themes within some of the poems that I witnessed. And it was great to see so many BIPOC folks on the final stage at NPS last year, taking up all the space and sharing their narratives and their stories, which is super important. I would also like to say that there was very similar delivery in a lot of the poems that I witnessed, very loud and lots of rage. It was also a little bit intimidating to walk around the festival, just because a lot of the teams walked around together wearing matching outfits. I mean, we try to match a little bit, but it definitely wasn't that. We didn't think like that much about it. So the outfits were like next level as well. One of the things I appreciated about the festival was that they provided space for specific groups. So, for instance, there were different open mics that folks could go who identified with those groups and just share. So, for instance, there was a queer open mic, black open mic. There was also an Indigenous open mic, which I was super excited about in particular. I think some of those spaces are super sacred and important and imperative to have, just because poets who are a part of that group have an opportunity to connect and network and share, and also develop those relationships that I think are definitely important to have. I'm thankful to have gone to NPS and witnessed the brilliance and power in some of those pieces in person. It's so much bigger than the Canadian scene, for sure. CFSW was very much smaller. You didn't see teams doing outfits or intricate choreography in their team pieces or anything like that, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. It was just different, that's all. I would encourage any folks who are able to go down and check out some of the festivals and the scenes happening in the U.S. You know, I went there and I returned feeling motivated and inspired. It was definitely overwhelming, but also something that I will remember forever, however cheesy that may sound.